Imagine waking up in panoramic views of Bondi Beach from your private terrace with world-class dining just downstairs. Driving your Porsche wherever you want to go. Sounds like a fantasy, but here's the truth. You don't need 10 properties to fund this kind of lifestyle. One great deal can fund it all. Today I'm breaking down how one petrol station in Brisbane, a servo, can actually generate $280,000 a year in passive income. That's enough to fund a luxury 3-bedroom apartment in Bondi and pay for your Porsche as well. Finding a great cash flowing asset doesn't just build leverage, it funds that whole lifestyle that you want. I'm James Hawthorne and I research commercial property deals and break down the lifestyle that they can actually fund. So stick around because I'm breaking down the numbers and the strategy behind one deal and how it can make more passive income than 10 properties combined. So let's get into it. Now let's get into analysing the property that's going to fund our financial freedom. So I found this petrol station in Logan that sold for $8.5 million. And as you can see, it's right on the corner, right next to the highway. It's got a big shopping centre right next to it as well. So it's going to be always in demand as people are going to be going to the shopping centre, driving there. People are going to be stopping along the highway to go to the petrol station. As you can see, there's more shopping centres around here, big shopping strip, huge Hume highway, going straight through all the way to Brisbane. A lot of big retailers right next to it as well. Hungry Jack's, Red Rooster, Bunnings, Pet Barn. So there's going to be huge demand, great location, right next to the highway. Got a great ASX listed tenant, got a car wash, got everything you need. Let's go into actual listing. So it's a huge land area, almost 3,000 square meters. You're getting the whole property. It's got a national ASX listed blue chip tenant, which is Ampol. And it was the first time it's offered in 34 years. So it's, a very low supply of these types of properties. The net rent is $670,000 a year with a 10-year lease and further 15 years add-on with the annual increase of 3.5% and all outgoings except land tax and insurance paid by the tenant, which is a pretty good deal. So they estimated, the price code was about 10 million and someone got it for $8.5 million. So this is a really good property in a great location right next to the highway. So it's always going to be in demand next to local shopping centers. So people are always going to be going to that sort of property. So whether it's a petrol station or you list it out, or you rent it out to some sort of other service or retail shopping center, it's always going to be in demand. Now let's get into the spreadsheet and analyze what sort of passive income could this property generate. So using that $8.5 million purchase price, assuming 30% deposit and that net income of almost $670,000 a year, you've got a 7.83% yield, which is a really good yield. And we're going to assume interest-only loan using 6.5% interest rates. So your rent's going to be $670,000 a year. Interest rates are about $390,000 a year, and you're left with $280,000 a year passive income just from this one property. Now let's look at the cash flow snapshot. And if the interest rates go up to about 11%, you're still going to be positively geared. It's not until interest rates hit about 12% to become negatively geared. So that's got a huge buffer in place. If current interest rates are 6.5%, they have to almost double to when you get to negatively cash flowing. And if interest rates go down, say to 4%, you're going to be positively cash flow $430,000 a year just from this one property. Let's assume you've got all your debt paid off and one property is bringing you $30,000 a year positively geared cash flow. You're going to need 14, 15 properties to generate almost $500,000 a year in positive cash flow. With this one, that's completely with the debt paid off. Now this one property with a loan at a 70% LVR at 4% interest rate is going to be generating $430,000 a year positive cash flow. That's amazing. This one property can fund, any sort of lifestyle you want anywhere in the world. If we look at that property pay down calculator, assuming that same $8.5 million purchase price, 30% deposit, and your net yield of 7.83%, and we're using that rental increase that's part of this agreement with a tenant of 3.5% each year, that cash flow in year one is going to be $280,000 a year. By year 5, you're going to be positively geared almost $470,000 a year just in year 5. Now, if you look at year 10, you're going to be positively geared $806,000 a year. And by year 11, that property is completely debt-free. And by year 15, you're generating over $1 million a year in passive income just from this one property, this one petrol station. $1 million a year going straight into your bank account. That's pretty amazing just through this one property. Now let's go and analyze what sort of lifestyle can actually fund based off the cash flow from this one property. Now, for boiling on a budget, I thought, why not go to Bondi, one of the most exclusive areas in the whole of Australia, and see what sort of lifestyle can actually fund based off the passive income from this petrol station. So we've got that $280,000 a year passive income budget. And what I found was a penthouse apartment in Bondi that's renting for about $4,000 a week, which is $207,000 a year. And I also found a nice Porsche 911 for $210,000, and say you paid off over 4 years, that's about $55,000 a year. So total, that's $263,000 a year, and you've got a little left over, for savings or for whatever you want during that lifestyle in that 1 year. As we saw, if you reinvest that cash flow to pay down the debt, in a few years you'll end up with $500,000 a year passive income, which you can probably fund an even better lifestyle than this, which I don't know if you can get a better lifestyle. But let's go and look at the penthouse first. So I found this right on Bondi Beach, Hall Street, got amazing views of the whole ocean, whole Bondi. It's a minimalist apartment, nice furnishings. It's got a whole panoramic view of the whole city as well, right on this top level. Really nice bathroom, kitchen, amazing island. Look at that, I love that matte sort of finish. It's, I think, northwest east kind of view, so it could get pretty hot in the summer, especially with these glazings. That westerly sun can get pretty hot, which is one drawback, but you're living in Bondi, you're living in one of the nicest penthouses in the world. It's got a nice seating area, amazing kitchen. You can see the sunset. And the sunrise in the morning would be pretty amazing from here. You got a lap pool as well, even though you don't need it because you're in Bondi. Walked right down to the beach. Ocean views, pretty amazing spot. Got its own gym. So you can see it's got a huge terrace area, the big, nice 3 bedrooms. I think 3 bathrooms, two car spots, which is in Bondi. It's impossible to park if you want to pay, $50 for parking, but otherwise it's impossible to park. So having 2 car spaces is pretty amazing as well. It's probably worth more than the whole apartment. And we look on the map, it's just straight down the beach, straight down the road from Bondi, probably 2-minute walk. All for basically $4,000 a week, which is a lot of money, but this one petrol station pays for it all. And if we look at the car that we found, this 2018 Porsche 911, great condition, 20,000 kilometers, great condition. I mean, this is a sexy looking Porsche. Who wouldn't want to drive this? 20,000 kilometers. It's a coupe, petrol, automatic. It was built end of 2017, so it's a 2018 car. Pretty amazing. If we come back, so this whole nice luxury penthouse apartment overlooking Bondi, 2-minute walk to the beach, and this Porsche 911 completely funded just by a petrol station in the Brisbane area with a passive income of $280,000 a year. You don't need 100 properties to fund this sort of lifestyle. One great deal can fund it all. So that's the Bondi lifestyle funded by this Brisbane petrol station. Now, if you missed my last video, I broke down how this retail property in Parramatta pays for a $2.4 million luxury Gold Coast apartment. So go watch that video next and subscribe so you don't miss more.